Hey guys, Rick here from MVP Sports, here to give you my 2014 NBA draft grades. This video for the New York Knicks, and a little disclaimer that I'm putting into all these so everyone knows. When I put out these grades, when I made these grades, I only thought about what happened on draft night. Anything that happened after did not influence my decision. And with the Knicks, you can take they basically traded into the draft, getting two selections from the Mavericks and then trading with the Pacers for one more. The only pick out of their three that I feel is worth talking about is Clay Anthony Early because, to be honest, he's probably the only one that's going to make the roster. And the way I'm looking at it is 34th overall. We could be looking back. I feel like we will look back at this draft and call Clay Anthony Early the steal of the NBA draft for the New York Knicks. They just traded away a guy in Tyson Chandler. I had to think for a second. I almost said Amari Stoudemire. They trade away Tyson Chandler. Amari's going to play the 5, I think. Early can come in, play the 4. He's a or 4 or 3 in my mind. He could be either a stretch 4 or a small forward. Boom. He's at the 3. But he's going to be a good player, maybe even a great player. And like I said, I feel like he is the steal of the draft for the Knicks. Phil Jackson knew what he was doing trading back into the draft. The Knicks had to get draft picks because, I mean, right now their biggest thing is, are we going to keep Melo or are we going to lose him? And right now Melo's two choices. Yeah, he's visiting with the Lakers tomorrow, but it's basically stay in New York or go to Chicago. That's what it's going to come down to. And if they lose Melo, at least they have someone that they can get. If they didn't have any picks in this draft, it would have been a total loss because they gave up the pick that would have been Doug McDermott to the Nuggets. And they could have actually, it was the 12th pick. So the 12th pick was traded to the Nuggets, which was then traded to the Magic. And it was actually Dario Saric was the pick that was made with the Knicks first round pick. So he's a draft and stasher, but I mean they could have used a guy. They could have traded for Doug McDermott if they had that pick. They could have taken a T.J. Warren and Adrian Payne. This draft would have looked totally different if the Knicks had that first overall draft. But just the fact of how the Knicks were able, Phil Jackson was able to trade back into this NBA draft, and then end up getting a steal like Clay Anthony Early. I got to give the Knicks a B because going into this draft, we didn't know what the Knicks were going to do because they didn't have any selections. Then they basically rip off the Mavericks for selections. The Mavericks could have Clay Anthony Early right now, and my draft grade for Dallas would be totally different. But Knicks are getting a solid B from me. New York fans, I want to hear from you, but anybody, tell me what you think down below. Is Clay Anthony Early really the steal of the NBA draft, or am I just hyping him up too high? What do you think about my grade for the Knicks? What grade would you give them for the NBA draft? Hit the subscribe button, the like button, all that good stuff. And as always, have a good day, everybody.